tell you, there's been a push to make the general public feel that racism is the number one problem affecting the world in general, but also America in particular. Now, listen, the racism has always been around, right? There's always going to be small-minded people that divide you up based on the color of the spacesuit that you're wearing, as David Icke would say. And that's one way to do it. I mean, we're all human beings. We recognize, I don't see color. Oh, shut up. You do too. It's not about not seeing. If you don't see color, then go get your eyes checked. All right. Everybody sees color. It's not about whether you see it or not. The question is, do you become a certified asshole because of the color of somebody's skin? That's the more important thing that we need to really worry about here. You need to be able to see color. I think we're hardwired to see people that look like us. It's not to say that you necessarily have to trust everybody that looks like you. That would be a really bad thing. But I think something internally, something in our in our programming has taught us that if you band together with people that look more like you, your tribe, then you have a greater chance for success, for living and carrying on. Now, I'm no anthropologist, and I'm not a scientist. I just play one on the podcast and everything. But listen, I think that there might be something to that. But in today's modern society, I think some of those characteristics that maybe help keep us alive thousands of years ago, they put us in a situation now where they get flipped against us. They get weaponized, right? So your recognition that somebody is a different color than you is now somehow an indictment on your character. It's like, no, I just recognize that I have a white spacesuit on, and that other guy over there has a black spacesuit on. Can we be friends? Sure. Are you a decent human being? Or are you somebody that wants to subjugate the human race? Are you somebody that's acting like a clown? I don't give a shit what color you are. I care how you act, right? And same with me. Like, you want to hang out with the goofy white guy? Am I a nice person? Am I nice to kids? Am I nice to animals? Am I nice to other nice people? Yeah, of course. Am I a shithead to people that provoke me? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'll come after you if you fuck with me. So I'm not a pushover either. So can you handle that? If you can, if you're cool, and we can be friends. But there's a real benefit to people in positions of power to make sure that doesn't happen. It's very important for the masses, the ants in the equation, to be fighting red ants versus black ants, right? We gotta shake up the jar and get those two groups fighting with each other. Because if they are fighting with each other, if we are fighting against everybody else that looks a little bit different from us, or speaks a different language, or has different customs than us, if we're fighting against them the whole time, then we can't prioritize where we should really be focusing our anger and frustration, and that is at the predator class that's conducting the social engineering experiment. So, to the extent that they can keep us arguing with each other, that's energy wasted, so that we can't use to defeat them. It's not black versus white. It's powerful versus the powerless. Okay. So all the black people out there that are listening to this that think white people are the problem, listen, it's powerful people that are the problem. And I got news for you. They come in all colors, okay? There's plenty of powerful black people that hate your fucking guts too, I assure you. So it's not the color part. That's just an easy visual representation. It's harder to look at somebody and recognize if they have power. Well, maybe if they've got a costume on and a badge, then you might be mistaken to think that they have power, but they really don't. But I wanted to talk about this because it seems that racism has been a big topic lately. And so we have to address it. And it's racism, by 1,000 paper cuts. You get somebody just complaining about, first it starts with this, and then it starts to get a little bit deeper. And then next thing you know, you're really starting to despise the person, the other side. And you have to be careful about that, because there's a lot of things that are being a lot of information that's being manipulated in order to get a response from us. And the response that they want is that group over there is infringing on my turf and I need to take care of them. And they don't look like me. And their ideas aren't the same as mine, and they speak a different language, and they're probably plotting against me. And we, so there's this manufacturing of tension in order to create racist problems. You see what's going on in Europe, in Western Europe, the influx of migrants. That is being done intentionally. That is done to provoke a response. That is 100% being engineered to happen. Now, is it, get everybody deciding to all get on a boat and get dropped off at some little obscure Italian island all on the same day? What is that supposed to, that's intentional. That's trying to create problems between the current occupants and the new occupants that just got dropped off there. It's the same reason why the southern border is being left. Well, there's a multitude of reasons for why the southern border is being left open, but one of the reasons is because at some point in the future, they are going to weaponize the domestic, the how would I frame this? Americans that have been here for a while versus the illegal, undocumented people that have come across the southern border. It's going to be an us versus them fight at some point. They're gearing up for that. You can see the wheels turning. If you understand how the system works, and if you understand what benefits them, you can see this play developing a mile away. Okay. Thanks for watching that clip. If you want to hear the entire episode in audio format, just go wherever podcasts are served, search for Macroaggressions, subscribe to the show, and please rate it when you get a chance. Thanks, everybody.